Hi, I'm Colin, and I want to share with you an easy way to get super juicy chicken on the grill. But first, gotta grab a drink. All right, so tonight we're drinking good old Miller Lite. This is actually my favorite beer. Sure, I like all those craft beers and some $10 Belgian beers, but 9 times out of 10 when I'm reaching for a beer, I'm looking for something like Miller Lite, especially when I'm grilling. And this is fitting because we're talking about grilling tonight. Cheers. So getting super juicy chicken on the grill can actually be kind of difficult because a lot of times the outside might turn into a blackened hockey puck before the inside has a chance to come up to temperature. When you're using propane, it can be a lot different than when you cook with wood or charcoal in a lot of different ways, but one of the big ones is that wood and charcoal actually emit moisture in the air in your food, whereas propane just sucks it out, making it extra hard to get super juicy chicken. All right, so to show you how to get that super juicy chicken, I'm gonna walk you through a miso marinated chicken recipe, and I'll share some tips along the way. Along with that chicken, I always serve roasted corn and edamame salad, and so I'll walk you through that today as well, and I'll put links to both recipes in the description down below. So to get started on the chicken, I usually make the marinade about an hour before I'm ready to get grilling, and this one is super yummy. It's got miso paste and sesame oil, garlic, ginger, red pepper flake. It just smells so good as you're preparing it, and then I usually refrigerate until I'm ready to grill. All right, so I know that I'm using pre-minced garlic and that's like this huge faux pas, but it's plenty flavorful and it's super easy. So I'm gonna keep doing it, so don't at me, all right? So about a half an hour before I'm ready to grill, I soak some wood chips that I'm gonna use to make some smoke on the grill, and then I prepare the corn that'll be for the salad later. I don't need to add salt or pepper or butter or anything because they're gonna end up getting seasoned in the salad later on. While everything was marinating, I prepared the secret weapon to getting the super juicy chicken, which is the braising fluid. Braising's the secret here. So this just had chicken stock and then all the same seasonings from the marinade, but this time I added some sambal oelek to it. When it was time to grill, I went ahead and started preheating the grill, and I added my soaked wood chips to my super high-tech smoking vessel, which is just an old soup can with some holes punched in the bottom. And if you place those directly over the flame, they'll start to smoke, and then you move them off flame later on and they'll just keep smoking. And it adds a ton of smoke flavor. It's wonderful. And then I added a pot of water in the grill. Now remember, I was talking about how propane sucks the moisture out. I always have some kind of water or liquid going on the grill to help introduce more moisture into the air. Then I added the braising fluid as well to get it heating up, and now I realized that I didn't need the pot of water and the braising fluid. Both are doing the same thing, and that pot of water is just taking up space, but it's what happened, so oh well. Once that grill got nice and hot and the temperature gauge was all the way over as far as it would go, I added the chicken and the corn to the grill. And at this point, I was just really looking for a nice sear on the outside of the chicken, and then I was gonna pop it in the braising fluid. The braising fluid is so awesome because it removes the chicken from the direct flame, which will just keep drying it out, and it puts it into a moisture-rich environment. And that helps to decrease the toughness in the meat and make it extra juicy inside, and it interjects all that flavor right in there. And then we just keep it in there until the chicken comes up to temperature, and then we pull it out and let it rest. While the chicken rested, I went on ahead and prepared the roasted corn and edamame salad. And once that was done, voila, dinner was served. The chicken turned out really juicy and flavorful, and that salad was the perfect complement. It's a delicious spring or summer meal, and I make this meal way too much. It's too good for me to resist. So this is only one way to get super juicy chicken. I know a lot of people who will use their gas grill and get a nice sear on that chicken, and then they'll turn the flame down to low or even cook indirect, and then it'll allow it to get super juicy. Or you can cook indirect on your charcoal grill as well. My braising method is just super quick, which is why I go with it, and it helps keep the chicken very flavorful with adding all that extra flavor from your braising fluid. What's really great is you can use this technique with other recipes that you already have for your grill. You can just use the same ingredients as your marinade or seasoning on your meat in your braising fluid. And sometimes, I'll cook brats and beer to braise them, and it turns out awesome. Go ahead and comment down below if you have any other techniques that you love for getting super juicy chicken on the grill, or if you have some awesome braising recipes I should try out. All right, so if you liked what you saw, feel free to subscribe. I'm gonna post videos every Wednesday. You can give me a like or a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, cheers.